So I'm going to show you how to make yogurt. Now, because this class is about quick and easy, you guys can time me on this one, all right? How long does it take to make yogurt? First, you just need a mason jar or a glass jar with the lid on it. And you need coconut milk. Don't start timing me yet because I'm explaining things. I got a couple kinds of coconut milk just to show you the difference. This kind right here, this brand, do you see how thick it is? And then this brand is like really runny. See that? So you just got to kind of mess around and try a bunch of different brands. So if you want more of a kefir kind of an idea where it's just, you know, thick drinkable liquid, get the thinner kind of milk. If you want a thick yogurt for your end product, you can find the thicker kind of coconut milk. And I find that I get this at the Asian store. They don't sell it just in the regular grocery stores, so I have to go to the Asian store to get this brand. But I kind of hunted around, and this is the kind that I like the best for really thick yogurt. Okay, now you can start timing me. Ready? Oh, get all my supplies here. Ready, set, go. You're going to love how fast this is. Because nobody wants... I remember when I was younger, my mom would make yogurt out of cow's milk. And she would put it on the stove, and she'd have to scald the milk, and then she'd have to cool the milk, and then she'd have to peel the skin off the top of the scalded, cooled milk. And then she'd stir the bacteria in, and then she'd dump it in the jars. And it took quite a while, even though, you know, it wasn't really that hard. It took a long time. So when I figured out how to make this, I was pretty stoked because it's so fast and so easy. So these are probiotic capsules. You can get them at the health food store. When you buy probiotic capsules, make sure you get them in the refrigerated section. Don't just buy them off the shelf, because if they're just on the shelf, usually most of the bacteria is dead. Also, I like to get a broad spectrum probiotic, which means there's more than one strain of bacteria in there. Now, usually in your probiotics, there's two kinds of bacteria in the little capsules. There's lactobacillus and there's bifidobacterium. And if you look on the back of the label, you'll just see which one it is. Bifidobacterium is for your lower intestines, and lactobacillus is for your female organs in your small intestines. And it's the lactobacillus that works well in the yogurt, not the bifidobacterium. So as you're looking for a probiotic to make yogurt out of, look for the probiotic with lactobacillus. And no bifidobacterium, all lactobacillus, and try to get like between 4 to 10 different strains of lactobacillus in your probiotic, and that's what's going to work out best. And then shake. That's it. You just made your yogurt. How great is that? Like, is that totally easy? Now the probiotics in here, they grow the best. The prime environment for them to grow is between 100 and 110 degrees. So if you have a food dehydrator, you can just set it to like 105 degrees, and this just sits for 24 hours at a temperature between 100 and 110. If you don't have a food dehydrator, I'm going to show you a really handy way to turn your oven into an incubator. And this is really handy for yogurt, and in another class later on down the line, we're going to show you how to make fermented foods like sauerkraut and other probiotic-rich foods. So this incubator is going to come in really handy for yogurt and other classes. So you get one of these thermometers. It's just a meat thermometer. You can get it at any cooking store. And you take this just kind of sticks on the oven like this. Oops, usually. Not on this oven, it doesn't. Anyway, it's a magnet, sticks on the oven. You throw this in the oven like so, and you keep this on the outside. And you just have to play around with the bulbs. Like, there's light bulbs between 15 watts all the way up to 100 watts. So depending on the time of the year and the temperature in your house, you'll have to put in a different wattage of light bulb. Right now I've got a 60 watt in my oven, and it keeps my oven right around 110. So what you do is you just put this in there with the yogurt just to make sure that it's not getting too hot or too cold. If it's too cold, the bacteria won't grow. If it's too hot, it'll kill the bacteria. So this will just help you. There's a little digital readout what temperature it is in the oven. And just to balance it a little bit, like let's say your light bulb's making it 115 in there, you just put a little towel in the oven door to crack it just a little bit, and that regulates the temperature. So Sounds a little complicated to set it up, but basically it's just a little meat thermometer and a light bulb, and you can make an incubator that'll go whatever temperature you want depending on the wattage of the light bulb, and if you need to crack the oven open a little bit. What do you think about the yogurt? All right, what have you guys been eating? The burgers? What do you think?
Good.
Could you eat that? Like if it was in your freezer and you had to get something really quick, pop that in the toaster or put it on the grill and you've got a pretty instant meal there. Okay, so you'll have to let me know what you think about the yogurt. There's this. Now, I'm going to show you a couple things you can do with the yogurt. Did I tell you 24 hours? 24 hours in the incubator and then throw it in your fridge. It's fabulous. They're going to bring around some yogurt samples in just a second. Have you gone to an Indian restaurant and tried their Lasis? They usually have mango or strawberry Lasis. You guys like? Yes? Yeah. Okay. I need some feedback here. I love Lasis, but again, I can't have dairy. So with the yogurt, I'm going to show you how to make a really quick Lassi. This is perfect for if you need a quick breakfast. This takes, again, if you've got the yogurt in the refrigerator, it takes seconds to make yourself a Lassi. Okay, so here we go. Yogurt. Usually I make like a half a gallon of this at a time just because it's so delicious. At our house, it doesn't last for very long, so I make it and the next day I turn around and it's all gone. So we've got a huge half-gallon jar and we just keep making that. Now a lot of people, if they eat too many carbohydrates in the morning, it causes their insulin to spike and it just kind of ruins your energy for the rest of the day. So it's really important if you're eating carbohydrates for breakfast in the form of fruit or juice, even if it's healthy carbohydrates, a lot of times it helps to add a little bit of fat or protein in with your fruits. And what that does is it helps your body to absorb the sugars a lot slower so you don't get that sugar or insulin spike and then falling off at the end is kind of like waste your energy. So I find that in the morning if I eat anything sweet, even if it's fruit or the homemade jam or anything like that, if I just combine it with fat or protein, which you've got both in the yogurt, then it really helps to like make you feel full longer, and it also helps to regulate your insulin levels. So we've got yogurt, and then we've got fruit. So usually in the Indian store or in the Indian restaurants, they have strawberry or mango lassis, but we're just going to have a strawberry / peach lassi that it's one of our favorites at our house. So again, when you're getting your frozen fruit, check the label because a lot of times they sneak in sugar or corn syrup into your frozen fruit. Make sure it's just berries or just frozen fruit. And then we've got some frozen peaches. We got peaches over the summer and then froze them. So we have them all winter. And depending on how tart your berries are, you might need to add just a little bit of honey in there. Some people like it tartar without any honey. We usually put just a little bit in there. And my magic ingredient is vanilla. Is it down there? Do you know where the vanilla is? Sorry. I think it's in that basket right there. Thank you. You can pass out the yogurt samples if you want for them. Thanks. And then just a little squirt of vanilla. And again, you can use any kind of berries or fruit you want. I've tried this like with various kinds of berries and fruit, and it's always good with everything. You're going to love it. All right, here we go. That's it. That's your instant breakfast. And you've got your fruit in there, you've got your yogurt, and that lasts for long. It's very filling, and it also lasts for a long time, so it's not something you just drink and then you're hungry later. It lasts for a while. So there's your lassi. We'll give it to you to sample. I think you're going to love it. Gives you a little bit of a variation for something else to eat in the morning. Also, if you make smoothies in the morning, but they're just not quite filling enough, this yogurt is a really great thing to stick in your smoothies. Doesn't that look good? All right, there you go, Lasi. And I'll send this over here and you guys can sample it.